here, it means it's season 3. The season that came after season 2. Who knows if there'll be a season 4, but we're back once again for
Trapped Under Plastic,
the miniature painting buddy comedy for the hobby enthusiast. That was an intro from Jacob Vanderkin. We're going to do a new thing in season 3 where you guys put versions of that intro down in the comment section. We'll screenshot them and then use them in every episode. Hi.
Who is this person?
Yeah, I wasn't here. Let's start it all over.
Anyways,
Trapped Under Plastic.
Okay, good. They didn't know that we clipped it all out.
okay, right. So we have a guest for episode 1 of season 3. Blake, welcome to the show.
Hey, you know what? I didn't know this. First off, I didn't know you guys were on a season system.
No,
and I didn't know I was going to be the first episode for season 3.
You're rolling out the red carpet.
That's wow.
It's a lot of pressure right now.
I can say bad words, right?
Yeah.
Good.
We say all of them.
Hey guys, Big Nasty B, Life After the Cover Save comedy gaming podcast.
Yes.
I just want to say that I'm really excited about the Raising Cane's that's coming up. Okay, and I'm from California.
Yeah.
And out there we have 2 Raising Cane's in the whole state.
In the whole state.
No,
Maybe
tragedy.
4. Either way.
Okay.
And you ever heard of Bob style bread at Raising Cane's?
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I don't know what Bob style bread is.
Yeah, he asked for it, a Bob style bread. And we're
Bob style bread?
What is this? Yes, please explain.
Bob style bread.
Okay.
Butter on both sides.
B-O-B.
Oh, they usually only do the one?
Right, yeah, they only do the one. So we're actually going to order all of our things as Bob style.
Yes. This is what the podcast is about.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
about.
But to be more explicit, Blake is from a podcast called Life After the Cover Save. And how would you best describe that in like 2 sentences?
All right, so you know how we this is a show about painting miniatures.
Okay, that's 1 sentence. That was a question.
Well, no, sometimes you have to have a question in order for
Okay.
You know how this is a show about painting miniatures.
Yeah.
Right, but we just talked about Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
That's what the podcast is. It's a podcast about tabletop gaming, but we talk about Raising Cane's.
Okay. Yeah.
Exclusively Raising Cane's.
Yeah, you know what? And you know, we do once a month. We do an interview with somebody in the hobby. We've had both of you guys on before.
Yeah.
And then the other episode is just me and Ed just kind of goofing off.
Yeah.
So-
It's like the Preamble Ramble, but that's the entire episode.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be completely honest with everybody in the room here,
As
and all
you
the
should.
and all
and
the
I know
goody,
what you're going to say.
all the goody PPs.
Oh yeah.
The origin story of the Preamble Ramble is me listening to Life After the Cover Save.
Yeah, I've heard that we stole it from you.
Yeah. I think Blake was the one that said that. Yeah.
This is a door, by the way.
It is. Yes, that's a door handle hole.
All right, before we get any further,
Let me just
Blake
say,
just mouthed wow to the camera. Like, where the fuck am I? There's literal trash for this furniture.
let me just say, guys, all you listeners at home, not as impressive as it looks on the camera.
Shit. Oh, that feels bad.
Which is a testament to the filmmaking
Yes.
abilities.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to see Ninus' place at this point. I mean,
It's pretty clean. No, it's new. It's fresh.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I mean,
it's stinky.
very impressive. This nice space in a basement. I'm from California. We don't have basements.
Yeah.
So like,
You have garages though.
Yeah, but my garage gets to be like 114 in the summertime and like 12 degrees in the wintertime.
Oh, but like
Really? It gets that cold?
Well, we're in the high desert, baby.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you actually know kind of what winter is.
Yeah, but I think it gets worse for you guys over a longer period of time.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But that's
She'd have him come back end of January.
No.
yeah. Okay, we need to move on here.
We need to move on, and the most important part of
But-
the podcast is about to happen.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, because Blake was here, and I thought I need to bring a gift for Blake.
Oh, yes.
And
Finally made it. Finally made it, guys.
the chin greased. Yes.
All right.
This is-
lifers. Here we go.
This is a really important moment, I'm going to say. And
I'm scared.
The whole rest of the attitude of this podcast will hinge on this very moment.
Wow.
And that is what you do
with a diet Mountain Dew.
diet. I was supposed to
damn it.
It was supposed to smoothly slide
Oh no,
across
this
the table.
is not.
The thing is, it's not a table, John. You know, here's the deal.
Dude, Blake was so excited about getting a gift. It's a fucking
No,
soda.
You know,
What's
It's not wine.
it kind of is.
You smelled it.
here's the deal. Like
Oh yeah.
I actually, I'm on blood pressure medicine, so I don't do a lot of caffeine.
Okay.
Years ago, my doctor said, you need to either quit smoking, lose weight, exercise, or quit doing coffee or caffeine.
Right.
You know what the easiest one to do was?
Caffeine.
Yeah, get rid of the caffeine. So I'm going to sip this gingerly.
Okay.
You know,
So not only was it a
easy to-
shitty gift, but also you're trying to kill him.
I mean,
Wow, how could you?
oh boy, I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a long time.
Yeah, that's a diet
I
one.
kind of wish it was a regular Mountain Dew.
hey, look, we're trying to we're trying to help with the with the sugar intake,
diabetes, yeah.
with the doctor.
Yeah.
I think
Did you hear that? That's 2v1 right now.
no, I think it's delicious. The bouquet.
I love diet soda. That's the thing.
Okay.
I'll drink the Diet Shasta.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
you guys know about Shasta.
We know what
we
Shasta.
Yeah, give me a 12er of grape Diet Shasta, squirrel that away in my room, and watch some Netflix and just drink, baby.
Okay.
All right, we're
It's
gonna
a
get
rock bottom.
So we're gonna get high energy Blake in this episode.
Yeah. Also, new Ninja shirt.
oh yeah, we got a new.
You got that in
new merch.
4X, maybe a 5.
Maybe a 5. The 3X, 4X top sellers.
Yeah.
Top sellers.
Yeah.
Well, as my great friend Jason Butler, formerly of Frontline Gaming, said that extra large is gamer large.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my.
So
I
you got to
should
jump it a size or two.
Yeah.
The whole ratio goes down.
Gamer, what does he call it? Gamer medium is large.
Gamer
Maybe
medium.
Gamer medium is large.
Okay.
Either way, the
Oh,
fucking
gamer medium. Oh, okay,
gamer
I get it.
medium
I
is
get
a
it.
large.
Oh God.
I also
Either
like
way,
how
the fucking logic.
you're shilling your shit. I'm shilling my shit, and then you have a Terrence McKenna shirt
Terrence
on.
McKenna shirt on that
Okay.
got some dust on it.
It's some almond dust.
Some smoked almond dust, baby.
All right, moving on here to the Preamble Ramble. John, you have a topic about 3D printing. What's the deal, man?
So I got a new 3D printer sent to me to try out.
Can you say the brand?
Yeah, it's an Anycubic Photon Ultra.
So
which
the one
is-
that everybody gets.
Photon Ultra.
is a brand new one. It's not out yet. The Kickstarter for it coming up. I think it's live right now.
Hey guys, over at Anycubit, you can contact us at lifeofthecoversave@gmail.com and we'll figure something out.
I'll get you Grace's number.
Oh, yeah,
you
dude.
can give Grace a call.
Grace, yes, in air quotes.
Right. They're all from China. Oh, I touched the
You
thing.
can't touch that.
Don't
fucking-
touch the
that
thing.
fucking
Actually, you know what?
mic.
We actually can't like hit the
I do
table
that.
either.
I talk with my hands.
I know that thing because the stand it makes the ding ding ding. Here, here's a test. You hear?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but-
Yeah, just do that. Yeah,
Okay, you can play the
hands.
piano.
So this thing hasn't been released yet.
No.
No.
Okay.
I spent 4 full days trying to get it to work. And it still doesn't work.
Why does it not work? Not working what way?
It's a resin printer, right?
Yes, it is a resin printer.
Aren't those the easy ones?
I don't think any printer is the easy one.
I
could be wrong, though.
Long story short, to where I'm at now, I still can't get small supports to adhere to the model, which will cause pancaking, or areas will not be flush, or there'll be.
Yeah.
I have everything dialed in. I want to give a shout
Well,
out.
you clearly do not.
I
I love a nice pancake in many ways.
I want to give a shout out to the Atlas support Discord.
Oh yeah,
group.
those are great.
There are some people far smarter than me in that group, which doesn't take much, but that means there's a lot of them that have been helping me, like holding my hand through this whole process. In fact, a wonderful man named Sid has helped me. I talked to him probably 700 times over 4 days, going through stuff, sending him pictures, doing results, doing the what do you call it? Amera Labs town.
Yeah,
6 different times.
Yeah.
Adjusting. I think what it finally is that my basement is too cold and the resin needs to be warmer.
It does need it. Yeah. You might be able to find a resin that is more susceptible to printing in a colder environment.
I mean, I've used 3 different resins for these tests over 4.5
boy.
days.
Oh,
Believe
boy.
me, if there is a log, I have overturned it. When it prints extremely well. It just doesn't always print.
Yeah. You know what? So that little 10mm dude, the support that led up to like the guard on the left side of his sword never worked, and so that part of his sword was always missing. And so instead of figuring it out, I just put a little piece of styrene right there, and I was like, screw this, I'm done doing resin prints right now.
Okay, no, I don't feel so bad because that's exactly what I've had to deal with. So, so we're gonna circle back. It's been about 6 months since I last said fuck 3D printing. So let the record state, fuck 3D printing. We can move on.
I think maybe you should give it another shot.
I mean,
What? After all that, that's what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is the future.
the future is now.
You know how we talked earlier that YouTube destroyed podcasting audiences?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
hold
think
on
3D
here.
printing is going to destroy YouTube.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how this works?
That's how it works.
Every new wave just consumes the prior one. Yeah.
That's evolution, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? I feel for you because, Ed, we have a bunch of plastic printers.
FDM?
And it's like, Ed, it's almost... Did you guys see that... what's that? Like the headline? It's like a jokey tabletop Inquirer headline.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of them was like something to the effect of like... man finally figures out 3D printer so he can now work on fixing his airbrush.
Yeah, right.
So like that whole concept is like, these are little hobbies in and of themselves.
Yeah, they are.
If they don't go right. So
Yeah.
I feel for you, buddy.
Yeah. Like if I just didn't have a job and I could just work on 3D printing and painting all the time, it'd be great. There's just so many hours in the day, or I'm just like, I look back of like what I could have actually accomplished meaningfully in the hobby. Instead, I have like a slightly less broken product.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand how these products, doesn't matter if FDM, resin, whatever, you take them out of the box brand new and they don't work.
Talk to Grace.
Because there's so many different environments and variables to consider. I didn't mean environments, I meant variables.
It's like, I take it out of the box, you give me your resin that your company made, that you made this printer, that I pour it in and I push the button and it doesn't work. What other industry is that acceptable?
Well, did
Fuck
you
3D printing.
Yes. See?
Hold on. There's
Full
like
circle.
there's a STL that the printer comes with. It's like a little cube. Did you try printing that?
It didn't come with that, this thing.
It does.
This is beta. It came with a bust of Wolverine.
Well, hold on. Did it come with a flash drive?
Yes.
Was there anything on the flash drive?
Yes, the bust of Wolverine.
And did you print it?
No, fuck that.
Well, okay. I think that is the thing. That's like the benchmark for them, Print that test object.
Dude,
Maybe
it's
it
like
works.
this big and it takes up like half their bottle of resin.
We'll just make it smaller.
Oh, that.
I mean-
then it's not the fucking test model anymore because I've altered it.
Okay, I'll give you the Anycubic cube.
I have it on a different printer.
Try it out. See if it works.
Well, how much did you pay for that half a bottle of resin?
Nothing.
Oh. I think a Wolverine bust would be pretty cool.
Touche.
All right. So I made a video recently that's more of like an ASMR video. It's coming out today at 1 p.m. And in order to do that, I wanted to make a bunch of like different hobby sounds. So I had an airbrusher.
I just made
segment.
a hobby sound you could have used. It's too late.
Did you just toot? Yeah. Fucking hell. God damn it. Anyways, so I wanted to use my compressor, but the problem is my compressor has some leaks, and whenever I use it, it's basically running all the time. So you hear the compressor running while the airbrushing sound is happening. I wanted them to be isolated so I can record them differently. And I went through and I sprayed down my compressor with soapy water, and I found every single leak and fixed them all. And it is such a good feeling to fix something that has been broken in a way for 3 years. So now no leaks on that thing. It gets to max pressure in, a minute max, and then stays there silent. It's amazing.
Do you think it was that way when you bought it? Like it had leaks from...
No, I've dropped it and shit.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, the main culprit, and if you guys have this standard compressor that everyone has, like the black compressor with the black tank with the silver compressor, there's a brass screw on the very bottom of the tank. It was just loose a little bit, and I tightened it, and that solved 70% of the problem. I don't know why it was loose. It's just a little brass screw.
Because you kept dropping it.
I guess so. Yeah, probably.
I mean...
Just got to tighten up those screws, boys and girls.
Yes.
Anyways, that's my
Check your
topic.
nuts. Check your nuts.
How about you?
I'm stoked that you got that fixed.
Thank you. Yeah. Should we try it right now? Should I turn it on so I can show you guys? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
What do I have? I have to rant about something?
or anything. You got any like just random hobby adjacent topic to discuss? We gave you the document.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell?
I know. I'll be honest with you, man.
He doesn't know how to
I
read.
didn't even look at it one time.
Why are you here? Why are you in Minnesota? How about that?
I'm here to friends and family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is just us. Or other people too?
Other people, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like my brother, actually.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I want to say this. Okay, new experience for me. I've talked about it on the show briefly. I'm in the process of my first paying for a painting commission.
Oh, my.
There's more money than I'm willing to admit.
Yeah.
However, the patron account took care of some of that.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Does Ed know?
Yeah, he does. He
Okay,
knows.
you took the money out.
I took the money out.
Okay.
So I am excited about that. Since because we work in a school, so he started off like gangbusters before school started, but we've been in school for over a month now, and it really started to slow up.
So are you a student or are you
No, we work
employees?
at a school.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And he's an art teacher.
Okay.
Dan the Magnet Man. That's how we know him. Okay. And we're a local guy, and I'm excited because it's the Aristea starter box, the Aristea core box.
Oh, for Infinity.
For their
not
sport,
Infinity.
their sport board game in the Infinity world. Or
Hold on.
universe.
Okay, earlier you told me if it's not Magic or it's Games Workshop, good luck.
Yeah, that's because I said then you have to do it yourself.
Right. But you like games other than
Fucking Games Workshop is the fucking word. Guys, I'm telling you, we're in a golden age with 3D printing and fucking miniature
Agnostic?
like miniature agnostic games. You got independent developers like Sean Stutter that from start
Relic
to
Blade.
finish is doing his whole fucking thing. And it's just like Space Marines. But the thing is, Space Marines
decided Space Marines.
yeah, but Space Marines is the lady that came to prom with me.
Okay.
So like she's always gonna be a part of me.
Sure.
But like
She's not your wife.
yeah, like a little polyamorous, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna have love for G-dubs.
Sure,
Like,
sure. Okay. I just misinterpreted what you meant then. All right, that's cool. So Aristea.
Aristea, so I'm excited. The first commission for me. Okay. You guys have done a lot of commission painting in your day, probably.
I don't know if there's people that have done a lot more than me, but yeah,
Yes.
I've dabbled.
You ever do? Or you just
Yes,
you just
he
show
has.
up. You just came out of the womb just painting well. This guy fucking painted for like 2 years and he's winning awards.
Yeah, no. I hate him. I do.
Well,
But I love him. What are you doing down there, John?
Don't you worry about me.
Yeah,
you
you're doing mischievous
Mushrooms.
things under the table right now.
he's getting my other gift ready.
Yeah, no shit.
This one's more likely to kill you than the last.
He puts a handgun on the table.
Or he's just going to spin this.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so you know what? I think it's cool, and I imagine as I start to make more money and I'm more successful monetarily, I'll be using commission painting a lot.
Okay, you like the process.
I like not having to paint.
Okay. You know this is a painting
perfect.
podcast,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Well,
good.
sometimes you got to get the other side on.
No, yeah, that's important.
Yeah, so
That's exactly what we'll be doing today.
And now the next segment of our podcast is what you painted recently. John, you want to kick us off?
No, I'm really interested in what Blake put.
Okay,
Blake,
so-
what did you paint most recently?
I would say the last thing I painted was probably 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
And I got all the models for the Fantasy Flight Lord of the Rings board game where the app runs it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that one. But
I'm playing that game right now, actually.
What's it called?
Journey from Middle Earth?
Yeah.
Journey to Middle Earth?
It's like a Descent, but
It's very good. It's very fun.
Awesome.
I love it.
Mansions of Madness is like the first iteration of the app-based board game.
Yeah.
And every time Descent, and then every time it gets better and better and better.
You played
From the
Descent?
models, I've played Descent.
Okay.
From the models to the game itself to the app. So it's like, so this is a new incarnation of that whole style, and it is pretty fun. I got all the little models stuck on little what do you call the paint mixers?
Paint stir.
Yeah,
Paint sticks?
paint sticks, paint stirrer,
Sure. Yeah.
paint blur, and then I tried priming them up with my airbrush, And then as I was trying to zenithal, it all fucking fell apart.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
But then I was working on the thugs, like the human thug guys.
Yeah.
I got them on a stick. I got one guy who's basically finished.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last thing I painted, a Lord of the Rings Journey Through Middle Earth human thug.
Okay, cool.
You got one. You got one thug.
Okay.
All you need is one thug.
So
Really?
have you played the most recent Descent game?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
However, RoboEd and DM Travis, the Muppet Hitman, have recently played it.
Dude, do we have nicknames? Do you have nicknames for everyone?
Well, Muppet Hitman.
Muppet Hitman, Magnet Man Dan.
Yeah, it's how we do it.
Okay.
RoboEd, Big
RoboEd,
Nasty B.
Big Nasty B.
There's a reason why Donald Trump would use nicknames for people, because it works. You remember those nicknames when you use those nicknames.
Okay.
I'm just saying, not even political here, guys. Nicknames work.
Okay.
Miniac, Ninjon, those are your nicknames.
I think we should just call Scott the Tickler.
The Tickler? What the fuck?
People aren't going to forget that.
No, the Tickler.
No.
Scott the Tickler. Trust me. I know this. Yeah, nicknames.
Okay.
I didn't remember what you said. Well, I don't know what we're talking about now.
The Tickler is what we're talking about.
Fuck, that's going to stick forever.
Oh, real quick, I do want to get this out of the way.
Okay.
I do expect my royalties from no, this is real. War Ain't Fair Nerd. War Ain't Fair Nerd.
Did you come up with that?
That was me.
Really?
War Ain't Fair Nerds.
You were watching that stream?
Yeah, because you're playing Song of Ice and Fire.
What's your name on Twitch?
Big Nasty Blake.
Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense.
So,
now.
once we get that T-shirt taken care of,
Yeah.
give me a percentage on that.
It's gonna be like your face in the middle of it, just like
So
a little.
War Ain't Fair Nerd?
Yeah, just a little two-tone black and white Blake with a speech bubble.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll make sure we get that out.
Okay.
So I can commission the rest of my Aristea. My Aristea stable.
We'll get that covered for you once that shirt comes out.
All right. So yeah, you painted that.
Yeah.
You painted.
Vampire. I painted Dracula, which is what I tried to print for 5 days.
But you did print it eventually.
Well, I printed everything except for one of his hands. Never printed.
He doesn't need a hand.
Yeah.
So he's kind of Luke Skywalker Dracula, really.
So you talk about that in the video?
Can you put a hook on it?
Video's not done yet.
Okay.
I'm not done painting it yet because I've been printing for 4 days.
Oh, okay.
What about a hook? Make a hook on there.
Yeah. So Captain Hook Dracula.
Yeah, sure. Pirate Dracula.
What I did end up doing was taking I printed off a separate ghost for Night Haunt looking kind of thing from Broken Anvil, and he had a cool sword in his little hand, and his hand was the same size as Dracula hands. So I just chopped his hand off, smashed it into Dracula, and I think he looks cooler than the original sculpt. So I'm just gonna
Where is it from?
It's Broken Anvil Monthly.
Oh, okay.
It's
nice.
from their stuff. So a really imposing looking Dracula. He's got the big, super high neck, cloak thing, that goes real high.
It's not the ruffle down here.
No.
It's more of the thing up top.
Yeah.
Did you know the word ruffian actually comes from the fact that they wore those ruffles around their necks?
I don't believe that.
And that's
I learned this in a Renaissance fair.
Okay, because
it must be true.
because the ruff came out for people of wealth and stuff like that. They wore it. How did we get from wealthy people wearing it to ruffians?
Well, yeah, plenty of rich people are pieces of shit.
Well, I know, but when I think of a ruffian,
What's a ruffian?
I think of okay. So it's not like a gangster, or like a thug.
A gangster for sure can have a nice outfit.
That's true.
That's true.
That's,
I meant
like
more
I said, I was
thug.
told in a Renaissance fair, it must be true.
right.
Eating turkey legs, and telling me entomologies.
Yeah.
words.
You just nod the whole time.
I've never eaten a turkey leg at a Renaissance fair.
I
I
got
feel like I haven't lived in a small way.
Yeah,
You'll get there, dude. Don't worry.
Okay.
one day
Okay.
you'll be full on ruffian and you'll be able to afford it.
So we're gonna see this Dracula.
Yeah,
It'll be on screen
Oh boy!
right now. Yeah.
Wow, great looking model, dude.
Yeah,
I like what you did with
bring
the
it with you?
colors.
What the hell, dude?
He's not done yet.
Fucking
He's like
A.
half painted. I had to rush start painting him yesterday because I spent from last Saturday until Wednesday of this week trying to get the 3D printer.
How many days was that?
5 days.
Wait, okay.
It went from 3
To
to
4.
4.5.
I remember the 4, yeah. So then,
Okay.
yeah, it was
So
5.
this-
I heard 4 also, but I wanted.
Oh, you wanted to make it even worse. Yeah, right.
My wife can attest to the fact that every time I repeat a story, the fish gets bigger.
Oh, yeah.
And
Right.
in this situation, it happens to be true.
So it was 6 days, right?
I mean, a good 6,
It
7 maybe.
it was a fortnight.
Full-on
Okay,
Fortnite.
jeez. Okay, I painted an Infinity model. Speaking about Aristea, I painted a Yujing model. I think it's the leader of the starter box. But I didn't finish it. I painted like the model for my recess shading video. And then I went to do a little vacation in New York. And then I did the ASMR video. So I haven't really painted anything in the last 2 weeks other than that one model.
So, a quick side note here. How much weight would you say you gained from your trip to New York? Because I saw a dozen pictures a day of food.
Okay, so it's important to mention that. That was all being shared between me and my wife.
I mean, sure.
So like I ate like half
Pull
of that.
50-50. Yeah,
right. No, I don't know, maybe like 10 pounds. My body weight fluctuates a lot. Like just, it goes up and down 10 pounds like almost daily.
Are you like me too? I'm gonna bring Blake in on this as well. When you travel, you go over there. Your schedule is all out of whack.
Oh, geez.
Your eating schedule. You're getting a little tight in the tummy. I don't poop. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm glad I got it out this morning.
Yeah,
before I showed up.
I'm impressed. If I was you, I would wait till I get back home. As soon as I'd walk in the door, I'd be like, "Oh,
Amber's more like that than me. She'll like not poop for like 3 days.
yeah."
Sorry, Amber.
It's dangerous.
But yeah, I'm fine. I can do it wherever I go.
So Amber lost all the weight she gained by the time she got home, right?
Yeah,
Because then
yeah,
she
yeah.
came home and it's
Just
gone
pooped
again.
it all
Vacated,
out.
yeah.
Just-
Yeah. Now that everyone on the podcast knows my wife's shitting habits, what's the next segment? No.
Oh boy.
I think are we on? All right, so we're recording this at the behest of Blake's busy schedule. So we're actually recording this.
I mean, I was hoping for 10 a.m., but
Yeah. Well, we're talking more about the day than the time.
Oh,
Blake,
okay.
Our studio space, we got to speak with the landlord and stuff. So 9 a.m. is where we start. But we're a little bit ahead, a fair bit ahead of when this podcast episode is going to release for the inaugural episode of season 3.
So are we in the news segment now?
We're getting news, and this is why I say
news is after the fucking topic, bro.
Is it?
How do you not know?
I think
We've recorded 52 episodes of this.
You messed it up like 2 times, and it totally threw me out of whack.
That's true.
We got what have we painted?
Okay.
And we're nixing the sponsorship.
We don't have any
then
money coming.
Yeah, and then topic discussion.
Topic. All right, we're on topic. Okay, so then forget what I said about news. We'll talk about that later.
So we want to talk about you, Blake.
Good. I love here, guys. I'm here to talk about me.
Yeah, I mean, we want to hear about it. So you are from a podcast called Life After the Cover Save, but you have a whole history of podcasts, and that thing's been around for a long time.
Yeah, so Life After the Cover Save comedy gaming podcast has been in existence continuously since 2009.
Yeah, 12 years.
That's older than Scott.
Yeah, I'm 7.
Yeah. And in the beginning, it was me and my current co-host RoboEd and one of our best friends, the Big Cat.
Of course, he's got a nickname.
Yeah. And so we started that after 40K Radio from back in the day. We're old podcast heads. So 40K Radio ended up folding at one point, and we were just like, well, fuck it, we can do this. Mm-hmm. We can do this shit better than them. And we did, and we have. And so since then, it's evolved and changed. It's gone to a 2-host format. We've kind of evolved into more of an interview show where we talk with people, which I kind of like. I think a longer form interview hobby-centric show would be, I would love to be Joe Rogan of like hobby people.
Yeah.
But then like I would have to like take ivermectin because I got COVID.
Right.
And all this other shit, and I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
And you know what? We did a Hearthstone podcast.
I remember talking to you about the Hearthstone. Okay.
It was 10 minutes an episode, and each episode was a card, and it was called Fartstone. And we thought this fucking thing was going to make us money, and it did not make us any money. So I think that was really one of the most beautiful things I've created with other people, and it didn't work.
Fartstone.
Fartstone.
Why didn't it work?
I don't think the Hearthstone community was ready for it.
Okay.
We did like fucking 4 seasons.
Whoa.
But then again, it's like a 10-minute episode. So
Right.
we can just sit down and just knock out a bunch
Right. Was it coming out like daily or something?
once a week.
Okay.
So whatever.
Hearthstone was a pretty big game too. I think it still is.
It's still.
I used to play the crap out of that when it first came out.
Oh, yeah.
It's really fun.
Okay.
But yeah, I can. I don't know how you get in the wavelength of like be part of people's weeks. Was it prior to like the podcast boom in the last like 5 years? Or
I think the podcast boom, it's overstated. I think, yeah, it was definitely before this podcast boom. I mean, I wish Muppet Hitman could tell us when it started. Oh, no, he didn't tell me. It's definitely in maybe 5 years old. Okay. It stopped 5 years ago. Okay. But since then, we've also produced a late to the party Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast called The 20-Sided Realms. And that's something currently we were doing, and that's when we got the return of the big cat. And it was so our good friend producer Travis, also Muppet Hitman Travis, also DM Travis.
Okay.
So he's our DM.
Also editor Travis.
Producer.
Okay, producer.
We call him producer.
Okay, producer.
Editor.
Travis.
Yeah, okay.
We shove a little bit of money in his face.
And then he gets the title.
He does a great job. If you guys need editing cheap, let me know.
Does he do video?
No, he's not going to do that shit. No, man. Our man Travis, fantastic dungeon master. And we have recently, we're in production right now. So viewers at home, this is November 1st. You want to look for 20-Sided Realm podcast on all the social medias. Google it, okay? Because I think by now, the first episode of the new cast and the new show, the new storyline, should be dropping.
Oh, my. Wow.
Starring, of course, DM Travis, the Muppet Hitman, Big Nasty B, RoboEd, and we have 2 YouTubers on board.
Oh.
Rack Rex Art, a really cool chick that we're working with.
I know her. Yeah.
And Brent, Goobertown Hobbies.
Yes.
So we're combining.
I've not heard of this Brent.
He's a psychopath. So we're combining forces now. So this is going to be the relaunch, new storyline. The old storyline is still going to be there, but once we get time with Big Cat, we can continue with the Underdark story. But a new story, new people on board, and we've recorded now 2 or 3 episodes probably are in the can, and we're having a lot of fun, and it's pretty exciting.
Okay. Cool. Wow.
20-Sided Realms.
Now
I
got a lot of
timing
models
here is great.
Right. Yeah. Look at this. The whole. That's why he was asking about when this is going to go live.
Oh, yeah. Now
So
we get it. Okay.
The slow drip of shilling by Blake on all this stuff is just beautifully integrated. Like I don't even notice it's happening.
12 years I've been podcasting. All right. 20-Sided Realm podcast. Big Nasty B has a lot of models to get painted via commission. No, we've been having a super fun time. Like we've known Brent since before Goobertown.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a lifer.
I was told by Blake that he and RoboEd actually discovered and made Goobertown what he is today.
Yeah, I would say that we really spearheaded the Whisper campaign. Don't to get behind it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No. We got to know him because he'd been a patron, and like he was like, I'm working on something with the cats and videos, and I don't know what's going to happen yet. And then that fucking the 100 Goblins video just to the moon.
That first one,
and it hasn't been the same.
No,
I remember the first intro we had. Total dog shit. Like it was like a cartoon gate that was closing. You know?
I remember that now that you say that.
I remember the cartoon gate. I know that video. That video, yeah, is super popular.
Oh, I think that cartoon gate is an intro even before all that.
Oh, he
even
showed you, and you were like,
Yeah.
give me some feedback. And you're like, it's dog shit.
That's not what he said, of course. He said, cool, brother. He's a nice guy.
But
Man.
now you're saying, I love that.
You know, so we've known him for a while now, and then like we're like, hey, let's get another season going. Let's get another story going. And he was definitely. We said let's see if we can try to loop in some of the YouTube ecosystem into this, because I think there's a lot more YouTubers who would actually get down on podcasts. Like, if you are watching this right now, you can listen to it.
It's true.
Through a different way. Like, you guys have an audio version of this.
Yeah, but that's scary.
I mean, I understand the video thing and like seeing their faces. So I get it. But like, yeah, I think for a long time we've been trying to be like, how can we integrate into a YouTube ecosystem and not make YouTube videos?
No, I really appreciate this this perspective. And earlier you mentioned something that was interesting to me, or I think to John as well. So off camera, you were talking about how your podcast had a certain amount of viewers, and then it dipped at a certain point.
Yes.
And you mentioned it was because of the rise of YouTube hobbyists, which is actually interesting because YouTube's been around for a long time,
Yes.
but hobby YouTubers in their current implementation have not. That's kind of just interesting to think about because podcasting kind of came after YouTubing and it kind of took viewers from like the general audience there, but it's the opposite here in the hobby world.
Well, I think like YouTube is a medium.
Yes.
Podcasting is a medium. And the great Marshall McLuhan talked about the medium is the message. I don't know what that means, however, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
But the point is like not every single creative group or user base attaches itself to a medium immediately.
Right.
Right? Like something has to happen. Like the thing is because Uncle Adam was doing he was using the medium, the YouTube medium for hobby stuff way before it really took off.
Yes.
Like
yes.
Beast of War,
Yep.
mini wargaming, like
Dr. Faust Painting Clinic.
Dr. Faust.
Yeah.
Back when I lived in Orange County, California, and I met the guy.
Yeah.
He was at Brookhurst Hobbies. He was
Doing like a
he
little
was a
class?
guy. No, he was coming in to play.
Nice.
Fucking played Warhammer with him. And back in the day when I was a little kid, Dr. Faust's website was one of the few places that you could get like tutorials on painting models.
Nice.
So it was a weird like come to Jesus moment where I'm like, wow, that's fucking Dr. Faust. Like my buddy printed out his websites so he could use them for his tutorials on his modeling.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know if people know that's how old Dr. Faust was.
How? No, do you know how old he is?
He's older than me.
Okay.
But I'm saying like dark ages of internet, like when the internet wasn't clean and polished up.
Yeah.
He had a website about
Yeah.
miniature painting.
Yeah.
Back when Cool Mini or Not was literally a website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this mini cool or not?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's all it kind of was.
So there's a long history here. Yeah.
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 Back when you went to more than 5 sites.
You know,
Yeah.
the real hard-hitting question is he actually a doctor?
I think he is what we call an ABD, which is all but dissertation. So basically, he needs to write that. He needs to write that paper.
Okay.
And then he's in. I believe he'll defend it just fine.
Sure.
I mean, he's talked to me about some of his theories in there, and I think he's going to be a real doctor in no time.
I thought maybe you were going to say he's a chiropractor. So yes, he's a doctor technically, but
no.
not really.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Oh yeah, that was the very first videos I had ever watched was Dr. Faust, and I remember being like having to squint at the screen.
Yeah.
How far it's come, and he's come. Like he's still cranking out stuff all the time. I
He's on
subscribe to
Twitch
him.
now. Yeah.
You know,
As soon
He
as
live streams?
yeah, he lives.
I immediate follow.
Okay.
He doesn't fucking remember me, of course, but it was just still rad,
Yeah, that is cool.
Podcasting, baby. There is something there, and it's about mediums not being utilized by groups of people, and when the time is right for the right people to move into that medium, it's gonna explode.
Okay.
That's just kind of my take on it.
Okay.
And-
So you're very passionate about podcasts. Do you consume like a lot of other podcasts like outside of the hobby world that like line up with your other interests?
I go in waves.
Okay.
When I was driving a lot, it was a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Mostly stand-up comics are kind of the easiest way in because they have interesting guests.
Oh.
and they're entertaining.
I have
no matter what they're talking about.
I have
Yeah.
a related story about that. But keep going.
Books, audiobooks is really what I listen to
Don't
now
touch on
mostly.
that.
Oh man, the new Joe Abercrombie's out.
Yeah. I haven't read that one. I'm finishing the recent Brandon Sanderson Way of Kings.
Okay.
You need to get in that. The Stormlight Archive. That's where it's at.
Final Empire. That's the one I've
Is it
the Final Empire? Is this the first one?
Is the Bloody Nine? Is it
the Bloody
featuring
Nine?
him?
Is the Abercrombie? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Final Empire, Sanderson.
Yeah. My gamer tag and my Twitch handle used to be Bloody Nine.
That's it. Dude. Abercrombie's killing it.
Yeah,
like
I love
it's
it.
really good fantasy.
You should read it sometime.
Oh, there it is. I was kind of waiting. I was like, John's being real tame right now. He isn't saying shit about audiobooks. Oh, there's the diet, dude.
You know what? I just don't have time. And the thing is, I can still consume a story with all the intricacies of character development and all of that shit through audio.
Yeah.
But then again, I've listened to probably 900 hours of Terrence McKenna lecturing. So I'm more of an auditory learner, I think.
Okay.
So it meshes well with how I do things. But yeah, I used to read a lot.
But there is one good thing from listening to audiobooks.
One good thing.
And for, podcasts in the same realm.
If you can't see.
True. Yeah, right.
Is that they work really well for the hobby side.
True.
Because you can be absorbing.
Yeah.
We get all the goody peepees, whether they're tagging us in their Instagram posts or posting on a Facebook group or whatever about pictures of them hobbying and it up on their screen or, they're listening on their phone or whatever. I think it's a great use for that, 100%. And then the audiobook, same thing. You could be painting all those goddamn Lord of the Rings models while you're listening.
You're just like, nah, dude.
The thing is, you bring up an excellent point. We know that a lot of our users, listeners, lifers, they listen to us while they're painting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can sit there and paint and not look at the fucking video and listen to them go, you can easily go to Libsyn and click and listen to an episode of Live Over the Covers of Comedy Gaming Podcast. It's the same thing. But no. The thing is, but some people, they can't listen and paint.
Yeah.
But I think most people can, though.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't do a show and paint.
Oh, no.
Because I'm like, even if it's some bullshit show like Community, I still am like invested in what's happening.
Wait, hold on here. You think Community's a bullshit show?
Listen.
Do you like Dan Harmon?
Listen.
Let me organize my imaginary thoughts and opinions.
Treme, The Wire, those are real shows.
Okay.
You never heard of those, have you?
I've heard of The Wire. I've heard of The Wire. I haven't heard of the first one. Trimming?
It's the same guy.
Okay.
It's basically, There's good TV and there's shitty TV.
You think Community shitty TV?
Yeah, for the most part. We consume mindless trash regardless. There's mindless trash I consume every day. It's just,
I think The Bachelor is shitty TV.
That's not even television. That's just fucking brainwashing in between fucking brainwashing ads. Okay, it's not even a TV show. Okay. All right.
So I thought something.
Yeah, it's like a mental conditioning program followed by buy this shit. That's what The Bachelor is.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're like a professor of nicknames.
Yeah.
And he mentioned goody peepees. So I kind of want you to quickly rate our nicknames for our audience members.
Okay, I was about to ask you what a fucking goody peepee was.
Okay, so out of 10, maybe with a brief line of criticism, what do you think of goody peepee?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it a lot. The P in the P is, what do they call that? Alliteration?
There you go.
Goody peepee.
Is it an alliteration when you just say the letter 2 times in a row?
Well, no, it's P-E-E-P-E-E. That's how I'm seeing it.
Oh, P-E-P. Okay.
P-E-P.
Okay. Like Jolly John, that's an alliteration.
And the thing is, it's not necessarily Jolly John. Yeah.
That's his nickname.
No, it's not.
What? Okay, if I'd be the fucking tickler, you can be Jolly John.
I don't make the rules here, Scott.
What the fuck?
The people have spoken. I would say that Goody PP, it's not necessarily a nickname because it's shorter.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's true.
Because you could just be like...
shorter than what, though? What?
Trapped Under Plastic is a long name.
Right, yeah.
Trappers?
Tuppers.
I hate that.
So Goody, the origin of Goody Pee-Pee is
good people.
I referred to our audience as good people. Right.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah. So he gets it.
I get it. No,
I get it.
I'm
It
on
sounds
board.
terrible.
Check.
Okay, but what out of 10?
Oh, Goody PP. Man, it's a strong 8.
Yes.
Strong 8. Okay,
I'll
next
take a
one.
strong
Next
8.
one. Regarding Mountain Dew, Dew Suckers, or abbreviated D Sucker.
Blake's now a D sucker.
Yes,
You didn't even know it.
That was the whole bit. That's why you gave him the soda.
Well, let me think about this. Do sucker. I'll take it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a challenging or dynamic nickname.
No.
But it made me giggle.
Yeah. Sometimes.
It's a C.
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
get a degree with it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's worth a joke. It's
right,
worth the
right,
laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but do sucker and D sucker, 2 very different things. But do sucker, yeah.
Yeah. You get them in with do sucker, and then you change
get
your
him to
nick.
suck that dick.
And it changes over time.
Never explicitly said that.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is.
Okay, last one. Sprued and Spruette.
What?
It's like dude and dudette, but instead you say sprue. So sprued and spruette.
I like it because it's taking something that is integral to the hobby that we all know and love and trying to find a creative solution
Yes.
to like dude and dudette.
Yes.
I don't like the gendered language here, gentlemen.
Okay.
Let's see if we can, because D-sucker is not gendered. Okay. Sprued and sprudette.
We just say spruette.
Spruette.
Yeah.
It's like the Smurfs. Smurfette.
Smurf. I dig it. No, I'm down. I'm down with it. What about just sprue and spruette?
That's fine. Wait, but like a sprue is a
Sprued.
thing, you know?
I know, but sprued.
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 Okay, but
Sprudette.
is sprue?
Sprudette makes more sense because
Sprudette.
it is dudette.
You know,
with a
no,
D.
yeah. Sprued and sprudette. Maybe the way you told me it, I went a different direction. But now that I'm marinating with it,
Okay.
Sprued and sprudette. You know, good PP's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? I like it because trapped under plastic.
Right.
Plastic sprues.
Yeah, there's sprues in the logo.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I get it. No, I'm on Sprued and Sprudette. We got lifers.
Okay.
Lifers.
Right.
Which is good because life have the cover save.
And-
it also implies a loyalty unto death.
Exactly.
Also,
yes.
it implies you will shank a fool because you're a lifer.
Yeah.
In
You have
prison.
it built into the branding.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah, okay.
All right,
That's good.
you won this round, John.
All right,
You know,
well, I mean,
I think they're all solid. Maybe Sprued and Sprudette. Or Spruder. What's up, Spruder? Like Duder?
you
Yeah,
Spruder?
yeah.
What's up,
Well,
Spruder?
let's have the goody pee sound off in the comments section and on the Facebook group.
Okay.
What do you think of Spruder?
I like Spruder.
What's up, Spruder?
Because that's gender neutral, right? As speaking of great TV, there was once an amazing TV show on Nickelodeon called Keenan and Cal.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
And they had a great skit called Good Burger. And on Good Burger,
yeah.
there was a song or a little jingle they had. It's like, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all
all
dudes.
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're all Spruders.
What's up, Spruders? I think I got to go, if reassessing everything,
Yeah.
a 9 for Goody Peepees,
Yeah!
an 8 for Sprued and Sprudette,
Okay.
and then the 7 for do slurper.
Do slurper.
I mean, do suck. The word suck is a lot. There's a lot loaded in there.
yeah, there's a lot of energy
I like
there.
slurp. Do slurper.
You're more of a slurpy kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the good news is by giving the Goody Peepees a 9 out of 10, that has officially warranted for you a shirt, because
Wait, what shirt?
we have a new shirt that by the time this
D sucker.
does not say D-sucker, that by the time this episode goes live will be a new merch for Trapped Under Plastic. We'll show a picture on the screen right now. You can go and order it in the links below. And we'll send that 4X Goody Peepee shirt
All right.
over to Blake.
It says good.
All right, all you dick suckers, get that Goody PP shirt. Did I miss something?
And I think that's exactly the direction we were going with this episode.
Yeah. No, it is. It's totally expected. Okay. Back on topic. There's no topic. Anyways,
I want to talk about the origin story of Blake here real quick because we talked about current day Blake.
By the way, I'll keep going forever.
Yeah.
That's the thing about what I do.
Okay.
Infantile podcasting Blake, but I want to hear about young little ginger Blake at the schoolyard, learning about gaming. Like, what's your origin story for gaming or wargaming or miniature gaming or
was it Robin Blake down by the schoolyard all the time or?
No, you see what for me, my parents were always into reading. I remember my dad had a lot of science fiction novels. I distinctly remember L. Ron Hubbard's guy at Scientology. He had like a 12-book series, like fat books, paperbacks that big.
Does your dad know Tom Cruise?
No. My dad is not religious. No. And my mom was a librarian.
Okay.
And there was always reading, in the house. And story is a big part of how I understand and see the world. Even when I went to school, I went to college for history. And a lot of that is narrative and story. Well, at least you can teach it that way. My brother, I have an older brother, 4 years older than me. I remember he was always into comic books. I'm not into comic books as much as him. So there's always that there. And I remember he went to his buddy's house to play Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. Didn't know a 2nd edition, but I do now. And then, it was always kind of on the periphery of me. And I did play some role-playing games. And I went to a fundamentalist Baptist junior high school and for 2 years, and we were going to play Dungeons and Dragons. Me and my buddy John Fu. Hey, John Fu, haven't talked to you in years. Hope you're doing well.
I see where this story is going already.
They're like, are you playing Dungeons and Dragons at recess? And I was like, oh no, this is called Warhammer. Because I had seen the box in B. Dalton bookstores of Warhammer Fantasy Battles.
Okay.
Like, no, this is Warhammer.
So you were lying, but it was D&D?
It was. It was D&D.
Okay,
come on now.
No. Yeah, I'm following.
So that is like the story that kind of brings everything together.
Okay.
And I don't know if I had bought that Fantasy Battles box set, the one with the high elves and the goblins.
Yes.
I don't know if I had bought that at that time or not. But yeah, junior high. Yeah, young junior high. That's kind of where it all started.
Okay. Did they believe you?
Oh, we still weren't supposed to play.
Oh, okay.
There was a teacher who came and talked to us about
oh no,
about the dangers of it.
Oh jeez.
And here I am in a basement in Minnesota, guys.
Look where it got me.
Got a T-shirt and a Mountain Dew.
It's an IOU for a T-shirt.
That doesn't exist yet.
Mountain Dew. But you know what? Yeah, I've always liked games, right? I've always liked games. I've always liked stories. And so, yeah, I mean, I took some time off during college, but we were still playing a ton of fucking video games.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's I've always been there. But the thing that was weird is, like, I remember when I was in 10th grade, I was running around the track because we had to condition for football.
Yeah.
Because I was a football player.
Football.
I spit when I said it.
It's okay.
COVID.
He's used to it.
Yeah. Sean spits at me all the time.
But I remember while I was running, because I had to do conditioning, I was thinking about the metal dreadnought body and how the legs attached to the torso. So I always had like two elements, like two pieces of my life, where it was like, the hobby or the nerd thing, and then it was like it's the sport thing, where the I don't even know if I was very popular necessarily. I didn't get laid till college, so
Not that popular, apparently.
yeah, not that popular. Who I present. Jesus, what is this? Like a black kid in there someplace? Bothering me now.
You're looking great.
Thank you. So like I always presented as something I didn't think I was inside, and this isn't something like I'm transitioning. No, I'm just saying like I was always like, oh, that's Blake. That's Big Blake. He's a football player.
Okay.
But on the weekends after the game, I'm fucking playing Dungeons and Dragons, dude.
Okay.
You know, so like a dichotomy. There's a dichotomy in there.
Yeah.
So hopefully, hopefully that answers the question. Did you learn
Not even
something?
close, but okay. I think a lot of our good peepees can relate to that. I know I do. I was the same way in high school and playing sports and doing the popular kid stuff. But I
didn't drink alcohol.
No,
Never been a drinker.
Same.
I cannot say the same.
Like you mean like a drop at all?
I mean, I did, but it's like it wasn't necessarily a big thing for me.
Right. Right.
But that's often, at least in my high school, the popular kids. They're
that was
fucking
the-
drinkers. Now they're all fucking alcoholics.
Yeah.
Dude, the quarterback was an alcoholic by the time he was 22. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a common path that I'm glad I didn't go towards. So I'm glad I always had the refugee of like the nerddom.
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
outlet,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
positive outlet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
similar
that. I was the
experience.
same way. I think we probably are about the same age because I remember very distinctly around the age of 12 going to B. Dalton bookstore and buying my second edition Player's Handbook.
Are you like 40 or approximately?
I'm 73
Okay, age
I'm 12.
gracefully.
or 32. Yeah, I just turned 40. It's weird.
Okay, cool.
I just
Yeah,
turned
same.
39.
Yeah,
so
really
we're all
close.
the
And I don't have a fucking, like, I don't have a career or a savings to speak of. It's getting pretty dicey, guys. 20-Sided Realms podcast.
same. Please, I
Check
need
it
this.
out. Up on November 1st, it's not there. The old story is still there, so you can get on board with what we're doing. But the new episodes are going to be rolling out, hopefully by November. That's our goal.
It's
20-Sided
important to
Realms.
have multiple like shills in an episode in case they jump around, you know?
Group powers of 3.
Powers of 3. Okay, we're
Well-
definitely more than that, but that's okay.
No,
Hey,
that's
minimum.
a joke. Like it's always
Minimum 3.
threes.
Oh, okay.
Comedy, you know, because it was a shill, but it made them laugh.
Ah, okay.
We can hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people can relate to that of, especially maybe from our generation, much more than the current generation.
Yes.
Being a nerd, playing Dungeons and Dragons, playing Magic cards
Totally new.
was not necessarily looked upon as a cool thing. It's cooler now than it's ever been. And now it's like I feel like in my 30s, I was finally like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if people know. I don't care what am I doing every other Sunday. I'm playing D&D with my group, whatever. I just quit trying to keep those things apart.
Yeah.
And I appreciate people that don't have that, that desire to hide who you really are. I think it's important.
I don't think I was ever too worried about hiding who I was because I was so much bigger than everybody.
No, see,
Yeah.
And most people wouldn't want to fuck with me.
yeah,
Not that I was a mean guy,
Yeah.
but who's going to bully me,
yeah.
right?
Not me. You know, you
I hope you do. So I didn't have to worry too much about it, but there still was an element of like, these are still kind of separate things. But I never worried like, oh, what are my teammates going to think that I play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
You know, but some people actively was like, oh, I got to hide this from my fucking wife.
Right.
How many dates do I tell my girlfriend? Do I tell this potential partner
Right.
that I paint army men?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, fuck all that, man.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
Life's
Who
too
you
short.
are.
Yeah, you know when kind of geekery kind of became popular, I was the first one to do that. That was all
That was
me.
you?
Yeah, that
That's
was all
you?
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
No.
were the trendsetter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
Look at what you created.
Mhm.
Pioneer.
You're welcome, internet. No. I've always had a shameless attitude, for better or for worse. So I wore like World of Warcraft t-shirts in high school, and it did me nothing. No good.
Here's the thing, though. You aren't ugly. And that helps a lot.
Oh, what are you saying right now, Blake?
Well, I'm just saying. An ugly nerd? Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But pleasing features.
Thank
you know?
you. Thank you.
Warcraft shirt.
He's really leaning into the do sucker right now.
Yikes!
I'm just saying, like, our physicalities, unfortunately, have a lot to do with how we're seen and projected into the world.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And like, you know, if you were some real ugly nerd, it's sorry guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I love you ugly nerds.
All right, so you're
I'm a fat nerd, guys, so don't worry about it.
you're into board games a lot, and I
Yeah.
want to know what are like your maybe your favorite or your top 3 miniature-focused board games right now.
Miniature-focused.
So you're gonna think about like all time, but like right now, what's
miniature-focused board games?
not focused, but like it has miniatures.
Okay. Well, the best board game of all times is Feast for Odin, which there's no miniatures whatsoever.
Okay.
Who
makes that?
What?
Who makes that?
Z-Man.
Oh, nice.
Local.
Yes.
If I would have known that, I would have tried to. Maybe I'll try to rustle up something, see what I can do about getting some Z-Man merch from my buddies.
Okay.
We got a contact over there. We put you in.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Recently, it's been a while since we played it. It was called Cthulhu Death May Die.
Okay, I've seen it.
It was a big Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Carl Tuttle Jr., formerly of the Independent Characters podcast. He kickstarted all of it, and like I think maybe 8 months ago that we all kind of sat down and played a bunch of missions of it. Okay. It's a Cthulhu type board game.
What's Carl's nickname?
Yeah, I was like, why does he have a nickname?
No, he's
Carl Tuttle Jr.?
Carl Tuttle Jr. of the Independent Characters podcast. That's his name.
That's his full title?
His nickname.
That's the shortened version.
So that one's big. I am excited about this one game that I haven't played it yet. It's the zombie side, but it's the entire like science fiction version.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Looks
the one
cool.
in space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have all that was given to me, gifted by a great friend. The entire Kickstarter thing. So many models.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm not going to paint those. I can't even paint I can't paint 2 human thugs.
Paint one. Can paint the one.
So I haven't played it, but I'm interested in that quite a bit. Because I like the zombie side thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think more minutes. That's the hard thing is a lot of games are more than ever are offering elements of miniatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Board games. You guys get any suggestions?
Yeah, I think that we kind of that's grown because of we've seen success of games like CMON and Kingdom Death and stuff like that. That gaming companies, as they're coming up with new ideas for their next big game, like miniatures are kind of now of course we have to, because that's the way it's gone.
Because it's like, okay, I can get these things produced for pennies in China.
Yeah.
And I can charge out to wazoo more than if we're using tokens.
Right.
Yes.
Cardboard tokens. Yeah.
You know? And it's like, if someone has a miniature problem, they're going to buy that board game because they think they're going to paint the fucking models.
Yeah.
Right.
They never do.
Fucking do it. It's just a smart move. And in the end, even if the models aren't painted, it makes the board game experience a little bit cooler.
It does.
It does. Yeah.
So.
It does. I mean, you have like I mentioned earlier, the new Descent.
New Descent, yeah. My friends have played it.
Okay.
They said they liked it. There's a whole vertical element to the game now.
Oh, wow.
In terms of like there are platforms in the dungeons, and they said that was really cool. And they say the app is just it's as good as it's gonna get. Like this is good stuff.
I feel like having an app in a board game would make the experience worse for me, but it doesn't for you guys.
A lot of the app used to be for setting up and prepping.
Okay.
And then running the dice or running the resolution system.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it's integrated with the new Descent like Legends shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you how it works with the Lord of the Rings.
Okay,
I've played
sure.
it 3 sessions now.
good.
The biggest part is it takes the large amount of the administrative tasks off the table for you.
Administrative.
Okay.
And it controls like the AI of the monsters and tells
Yes.
you what they do, tells you where they go. It can control things like these other features in the game that you otherwise probably couldn't have in a board game, or be pushed a pain in the ass to keep track of. For instance, in Lord of the Rings, there's this like a threat meter. And based on how much you've explored, what you've killed, what you've investigated and stuff, the threat meter will go up by so much each turn.
Yeah, but you need to give the app the information to be able to make that decision, right?
The only thing that you have to do is, like, if there's a token on there that affects the threat, you click on the token once your person has picked it up.
Okay.
Or when you're doing damage, it runs all the damage stuff. You say, okay, I hit this guy, I did 6 damage to it. It kills them. When it's killed them, then the app knows how many monsters are still alive. It all adjusts all that on the fly.
Yeah, it's running all the back end stuff.
Okay.
And like if Blackstone Fortress had an app, that would be cool. Did you ever play Blackstone?
Yes, quite a few games of it actually.
So you know how it's like, oh, It's if this monster is this many inches away, or this is in cover, or all those if, then, or what statements.
Yeah, trying to figure out where that guy is going all the time.
That just gets handled by the app.
Do you have like a tablet on the table for everyone to see? Okay, that's nice.
And you don't need everyone to
You
see
do a
it.
screen.
You could do it,
can
yeah.
Yep,
whatever.
you can project it. Okay. But, yeah, and also the cool thing too is oftentimes they have like for narrative parts or whatever, you click play it, and there's a cool voiceover of the voice actor reading aloud the situation and stuff too, which is cooler when you have 4 or 5 people around the table that they can all listen instead of like one dude is stuttering through the things.
Is it app based? Sorry, it's app based, but is it also web based? Can you like
You
on
can
a
do it
browser?
on Steam. Usually
on
Steam.
Steam. Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, cool. Because you can play like here in the coffee table and then have it on the TV, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
nice. Okay, cool.
Frodo and Boromir climb over the mountains, and they see just beyond in the valley smoke rising up like a snake.
There you go.
Orcs, I think, says Frodo. Yeah, there you go.
I think I just played that mission.
Can
That
you
sounds
can you
familiar.
do
That's all
your
I
best Smeagol or Gollum for us, please?
That's a hard one.
Guys,
That's just-
my precious.
man, did you do all the voice work for Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so the final thing that I have of my 20 questions for Blake is I want you to rate Blake as a human. All of his personality quirk. No,
boy.
You want us to rate him?
no. I
How
want
about,
him to
how
rate
about the
himself.
good PPs at home?
Okay.
I will not be looking at the comment section on this whatsoever.
I want you to give us tiers of what your gaming passions are in the worlds of video games, of card games, of miniature board games.
This is only games, or does it include painting?
Role playing games. We've established where the painting scale
Okay,
is.
let's
Down here.
I can take what you got, and I can fucking work with it, baby.
Okay, all right, let's work with that.
Massage.
I would say that, like, I really do like video games, but I can't help but to feel, even when the games are fantastic, there's moments where I'm playing and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I spending this time here?
Like at the computer in general.
Video games in general.
Okay, right.
Like, I could be in the middle of it on the computer, on the Xbox, and MMOs especially. I'm like, what am I getting out of this? Like, what do I have to show for it? At least like games like with Fallout or like the Elder Scrolls games, at least I'm getting a story and I don't feel as bad. But there's a lot of times in video games where I feel like I am wasting what I'm doing.
Right.
Card games, I really do like card games. But I don't really want to do Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And that there is a monetary investment that can be pretty steep into card games. And I don't want to deal with that right now. Board games I like because it's lots of different rule systems and interactions, and I enjoy exploring the mental landscape of how this all gets put together and how I can work, go through it. Miniature games are special to me, but they take so much work.
They do.
And like I'm not a passionate painter. I bought a whole thing of instant color from Scale 75.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
I kickstarted it thinking like, I'll be able to plow through everything. And then as I'm working on my Lord of the Rings models, I'm not using the instant color
Oh no.
because I'm still used to the acrylics, and these are the base coat, wash it, So like there's a struggle in me when it comes to the miniatures. But like, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to do Stargrave or even like Rain in Hell or any of the dozens of miniature agnostic skirmish games, because I ain't got fucking time for a 2,000 point 4-hour army scale game.
Yeah.
So like a skirmish style game would be something that's way up my alley. I got tons of books. The joke is I collect skirmish rule books. Right? But then
You
it's
probably
like,
know like the best ones to look at.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm always, and that's one of the reasons I really like Uncle Adam, because he's into that side too.
Yeah.
Yes.
He explores a lot of different systems. Yeah.
And like, but I'm thinking now it's like, okay, now I need to come up with a board for Zone Raiders. I got to build like a board for it.
Right,
Like, I got to
yeah.
come up with the first Stargrave. Stargrave, I need some. And then I got to present this shit now. Now I have to present it and sell it to people.
Yeah.
So they'll play with
to
you.
get
So,
invested.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like every 6 months there's a new skirmish rule set coming out that sounds really cool.
Okay.
So like I'm in this eternal regression cycle of like get on this project and then it kind of peters out. And
You know what? You'd be a good person to consult for like writing maybe a skirmish war game. Because I bet
well,
you
don't
know.
get me wrong. Like I've read the rule books, haven't played them.
I know that's true, but yeah, it's interesting to see because I was reading the book for Oathmark by Osprey Games.
Yeah. Like Osprey Games. Like I even have one of their role playing game books.
Yeah, but I was surprised because when I was reading through it, the way they do line of sight is really awesome. So it's a rank and flank game.
Yeah.
And the way, whatever. The way you determine line of sight is you draw an X from corner to wherever the most full rank is.
Full rank.
So front corners, draw an X to wherever the full rank is. And so the idea is the smaller the unit gets, the wider its field of view gets. And then when it becomes a solo unit, then it's just 360. And that was so
like
cool.
a skirmish unit, and implying the unit
Exactly.
over attrition. Because like the Roman legions had limited, like
Yeah.
they're all forward, and
Yeah.
like they were working on this.
Yeah.
But then they would bring up their skirmishers,
Yes.
who were a lot smaller, single line type dudes.
Yeah.
And they were everywhere doing what they can.
But even
I
as a
dig
unit,
that. I
even as a
dig
unit dies,
It gets smaller,
it gets better and better. So like in fantasy, it was like you had skirmish units, they could see 360.
Yeah.
And you had blocks, and they can see forward 45 degrees, no matter what. Same in the Song of Ice and Fire. It's always the same degree. So what I'm saying about reading rule books is you probably have seen a lot of those really cool ideas, and could like put together like all the cool ideas into like one rule book.
I haven't heard of this thing, and I like it.
Yes.
But you got to realize that Osprey is a historical game company first. Like they got their bones in historicals.
Wait, what do you? Okay, yeah.
So like there's elements in historical gaming.
Oh, okay.
There's elements in historical gaming that haven't. This is how I think or perceive that haven't pulled through into mainline miniature wargaming.
Yeah, sure. That's your
Like-
job. You do that.
I'm working on a damn teaching credential. Okay, it's the only way I'm going to make real money in this life.
Okay.
But no, like Oathmark, and then there's Sludge.
I haven't heard of that
Sludge
one.
is like we won't worry about Sludge at all.
Okay.
But yeah, new rule sets. But that's what I'm intrigued about, like video games too. Like I'll play some really weird, esoteric, strange video games that are basically menus and numbers and
Disco
like historical
Elysium?
maps.
Like muds.
Not muds, but I used to run a script.
Yeah.
My warrior would always level up with my buddy's wizard. I haven't played Disco Elysium. That's far too graphically intense.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of Europa Universalis?
No.
No.
Okay. Stellaris?
No.
Okay.
I play Dota.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Butcher or some other generic name. They don't really have character names in there.
They do.
It's always like knights.
No, it isn't.
Okay, back when I played.
Okay.
it
Oh
was the
my,
most
yeah. In Dota
generic
1.
fucking names.
Okay, yeah. In Dota 1, I feel like you had names like Dragon Knight. Is
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
is
yeah,
that-
yeah,
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Anyways, so there is a lot of bullshit inside of my head when it comes to miniature gaming, and in the end, right now, role playing is on the top of it
Okay.
because I could just show up, I can have a character concept, and I get to interact with people and create a world together.
Yeah.
20-Sided Realm podcast.
Would you say that growing up with a dad who read a lot and a librarian made you more interested in the stories you can create in games, and then led to like your more interest in RPGs?
I think one of the yes.
Okay.
I have to think that appreciation of story and character.
Yeah.
Also, I think COVID kind of blew up everything in terms of miniature gaming, and so we moved to a lot more role playing
Okay.
through Zoom or Google or whatever. So I think that has a lot to do with it. Why that has risen up
Right.
for me. But yeah, like someday, like I've written before, like my own stuff, but it's hard.
Yeah.
And it takes work, and it's not always enjoyable. So I imagine that, like, yeah, someday I would like to I would like to write some narrative or story or something.
Okay.
Maybe through video, maybe through miniature games. That might be the way forward. I don't know.
Okay.
But yes, a lot to do with my parents. Yeah.
Cool.
And the love of story.
This got real nice and serious.
Ending on a lovely note, right?
And that's the thing. This is the beauty of it, guys. We can talk about D-suckers right away. And I can go in both directions.
The spectrum is so massive. Yeah. Okay. Should we go on to the news?
Let's.
But you had like a caveat about news.
Oh yeah, we're recording this well ahead of November 1st, so we're gonna try to keep our news kind of as little time sensitive as possible here.
Oh wait, you removing my time sensitive news item?
No, I think that one's still worthy to talk about, and
Okay.
it'll probably still be in some iteration of whispers. Or have blown up entirely by the time this podcast goes live.
No kidding.
So I think it's good to talk about that.
But your first item is about miniature models touring through stores in California, specifically the Burbank area.
Yeah, so
Burbank.
Game Castle?
Game Castle. I know Game Castle.
Nice.
Is it going to Emerald Knights?
I don't know.
Last Grenadier?
No.
Last Grenadier doesn't exist anymore.
I'm
They're
seeing
closed down.
Hammerhead Games?
Great Escapes.
Hammerhead
Games.
Well, Hammerhead, that's in like no, that's in Northern California.
It says Sacramento.
Sacramento.
So
yeah.
I think I was wrong actually. I think it's Sacramento, not Burbank area.
Yeah. Yes. So Walter, let me know. Walter, also a do sucker, that the second round of the mini museum is now out there in California.
So what's the mini museum?
So
Is
Walter
it a museum full of minis?
It's a mobile one that's very small.
Yeah.
Walter is a painter and also a miniature enthusiast, and he started to collect models from other painters, Roman Lapat, John, and myself, and other people. Yes, you know Roman Lapat.
Only because of Sam Lins.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, perfect.
Sam's artwork is also
Sam.
featured with.
So a couple models rotating from stores and figure cases.
And he's got
his
new
name?
ones as well for the second round from
Walter?
other artists.
What's his name?
Walter.
Hey, Walter. Why don't you hook us up? You'll come on Live here at the Cover Save Comedy Gaming Podcast. We'll talk about your touring exhibition. Sounds like a good conversation.
And his
Okay.
wife Heidi too,
Heidi's great.
who
yeah.
is a college professor, I believe. And
Heidi, come on in.
she's amazing as well. So they wanted to let us know that the second round is now happening. So if you happen to go to Game Castle, first it's Game Castle, then Great Escapes, and third Hammerhead Games, and they're in 3-month rotations in each location.
That's all Northern California, guys. And all three of those stores, good reputations as far as I know.
Awesome.
It's because we haven't been there yet. That might change someday in the future. So yeah, that was my newsy news piece. What do you got, Scott? What do you got?
There's a sculptor, and I always struggle to say his full name. He's French. His name is Romain van den Bogaert.
It's pretty good.
Nailed it.
He made a really cool art video using some pretty fun camera tech, and he's a sculptor, and he has really interesting sculpting. So it's not like some sculptors very clearly sculpt things exclusively for the miniature hobby, and he definitely branches out to a lot of different areas. And so he's got a style. He's sculpted things for FER before and other companies. But yeah, the video is super cool. I liked it a lot just from a creative standpoint, how it was made, because he showed some of the behind the scenes. Yeah. He used that probe lens, that one that's super long and narrow. Got some really cool shots. So yeah, check it
It
out.
was a camera thing we're talking about.
Camera thing, yeah. So you know how like a lens is like about that long normally.
You like lenses?
I mean, kind of.
You're big into cameras.
I like Sam lens. Yeah, no, I am big into videography and the gear and stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. I think you have to be on some level to do this.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Okay, so he's doing tricks with how he's showing off the sculpt.
He's not doing tricks necessarily, but so he'll show the behind the scenes about how the video was made to get the kind of cool shots that you saw. And yeah, I'm always interested in that. But the video stuff is cool as well.
I dig it.
Last thing, and probably the juiciest item on the news, is the NDA, the current NDA that GW is sending content creators, leaked in several areas, in subreddits, on news sites, and all of that. And there are armchair lawyers all over the place trying to really understand what the terms in it say or mean. There is some speculation that the NDA says you cannot criticize GW's products in any way, shape, or form, or you just can't badmouth their reputation. So you can give constructive feedback for contrast paint, but you can't say GW is full of Nazis. You know, like you can't like go that far. So it's hard to know where the line is drawn.
That's a real big line.
No, I know.
From Nazis to contrast.
I know. I'm trying to be two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Unless the Dr. Death of Nazi fame, maybe he was formulating some of those chemicals in some of the contrast paints.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's true.
Oh God.
Of course not, guys.
Scratch
Jesus.
that. Yeah, but yeah, so there's a lot of things. It's a 3-year term, and as a reminder, this NDA is not sent to paid employees, paid YouTubers. This is like a person who wants to get a review copy of a game.
Yeah.
Gets sent this NDA.
Or get your models a week before they come out so you could paint them for a YouTube video.
Yeah.
So do you guys have NDAs with them?
I do, yeah, but it's an earlier.
I don't. They don't give me shit.
It's an earlier version of the NDA that doesn't have the same terms in it.
Okay.
So I think the big word here that we need to use
Here comes John at HR sensibility.
is allegedly.
Allegedly.
So this contract that is leaked is allegedly the newest version that is sent to content creators.
It is.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. We don't know.
Until you have somebody, and maybe that person will come out, maybe those people will come out, unless you have somebody that says, I am a YouTube mini painter, I tried to get into this, this is what they sent me. If someone will stand up and say that, nobody has, so it could be a doctored form, is for all we know. That's where I'm saying allegedly. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, maybe someone will say that.
I mean, first off, I think that Sepultura Arise CD.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Classic.
Good. Yeah. Wait, no.
That's Arise.
I have no.
Or is
it's
that
not.
Beneath
It's
the
not.
Remains?
It's Beneath the Remains. Yeah.
Okay.
Arise is more of like a yellow cover.
Okay, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I was a Chaos AD guy.
Oh
Chaos
wow,
AD,
that's one of the later ones.
I don't know.
Okay, I thought Beneath the
Definitely
Remains
maybe
was
like
the first
third
one.
or fourth.
Yeah.
Third. Chaos AD maybe third.
Great band. Yeah.
Here's what I have to say. You have things. You're right here, John. Allegedly, we don't know. And the thing is, people love shitting all over GW.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
don't tell me for a second that someone couldn't or wouldn't doctor a document in order to fucking generate some sort of stupid fucking buzz on their blog.
Possibly.
Okay? And it's like, all right, one of my good friends is Carl from the Independent Characters. And he has definitely been called a GW apologist and all that kind of shit. He handles them so soft, GW. And like, I don't even remember my fucking point about mentioning
I think
Carl.
that was it.
No,
You just wanna bring up Carl
my
again.
point was something like, they can't. All the content creators can't be like Carl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's always very positive about everything he's seen.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, but then again, not every single content creator needs to shit all over him.
Sure. Yeah, it's good to have a
So
variety.
like, what is the limit? Like, what is the
Sure.
What is the limit?
Right.
And it doesn't fucking matter to me. They don't give me shit.
Right.
And like, you know, I don't.
We're just whispering and saying a bunch of half words right now.
And they're talking about like, they're gonna start copywriting and shutting down people that do GW lore videos. You heard this business?
So I've heard of like people making like animated videos that getting shut down, but not like making lore videos.
Who knows? And you know what? And this is what actually Carl said. He said if you look at their boilerplate legal like thing about using their product or content or whatever, it's like technically like you can't put a Space Marine on your channel that makes money. Like technically by the law, from what I'm remembering, is like, yeah, they can strike you for anything. But they don't, because obviously having a content creator who's painting a Space Marine, whether they're in some NDA or not, is still good for the company.
Yes.
So whether or not is that company going to reach as far as the NDA is saying it can?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to what degree are they going to be doing these things?
Right.
Fucking who knows?
Yeah. When I read through it, and I've read through the whole thing a couple times.
It was blurry.
A couple times?
Yeah, I have a version that is you can read better. Yeah, because I really wanted to understand it, because I read through it entirely, took a bunch of information in of what other people were saying about this, their perspectives of it, and then I read it again. The big thing that I take away that I agree with the statement that some folks are saying is that this really reads like an employee or a contractor NDA. It doesn't read like a third-party, non-affiliated NDA, which is what I think sounds weird. Why it would read the way it does, because like the 3-year clause, that's related to employment. I mean, that's pretty standard for not being able to work, move to a competitor,
a non-compete clause,
non-compete,
which is pretty standard. That's the term. The stuff so if you look under that, guys, is like, this is the correct form. It's being presented in a way that is incorrectly. That is either someone got it and is putting this coat of paint over it, or someone actually did get this and whoever sent it to him sent the wrong form, which is entirely likely.
Which happens.
Which does happen. We're
day.
humans. We're humans. I will also say my own personal experience from this. For a year, I have been trying to be in touch and talking with Games Workshop for an NDA so I can get stuff to paint it.
Oh, yeah.
And for the last year, my contacts have said we're holding off on having any new NDAs or any new commitments brought together until we hire the new director for this team. That person hasn't been hired yet, so we're not doing anything. So my, spidey sense goes up for somebody saying, I just got this. And I'm like, well, my personal information contradicts that.
Yeah.
There's could be a whole department and people aren't always doing things the same way, entirely likely. But just my personal experience is different from what's being shown here. So I look at it with a grain of salt. But that said, let's say it is completely true and completely, accurate if you sign this thing. The biggest thing that scares me is the fact that it says that you cannot go after their customers. So there's a term, it was a customer or something, protected customers or something like that. Meaning you can't make money off of Games Workshop customers. So if I get a model early from Games Workshop and I paint it and put that video on my YouTube channel, I can't have a Patreon that makes money. I can't have AdSense running that make money. I can't have advertisers for that video that pay me to make money. Technically.
Weird.
Can't sponsor your merch. Can't show that.
Yep. Nothing.
Can't be.
Because your product took money from their customers, because their customers are the Space Marine buyers, and you're making money off of their Space Marine buyers.
In a twisted way, I can see why they might do that. But it's also really weird that they would do that.
Yeah.
Sure. It's like if someone reviewed Star Wars, just like, does Disney get all that money and they can't do any of their, funding?
And it's like, okay, it's like they are going to, I think Brent talked about it. It's about they're still making money when you pay them that Space Marine that they gave you early.
Yeah.
Seeing that is free money for them.
Yeah. It's
marketing.
marketing.
It's marketing.
Yes.
So it's just like,
would they? I don't think so.
it's just like, are they going to shut down the lore creator channels?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah.
And
okay. Well,
it's
anyways,
a slippery slope. And
it's out there for you to read if you want to check it out.
I think the last thing I'll say on this is it's natural for the human mind to go to worst case scenario.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of the people that are bringing this to attention or the most rabid about it
Yes.
are the people that have the most to lose. And those are the people that have these channels.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm Joe Schmo that I just watch some YouTube videos, I watch them on Warhammer Plus, I do whatever the heck I want. I don't care one way or the other, probably. But Joe Schmo probably would care if the only place he could ever watch painting tutorials was if he was subscribed to
Yes.
Warhammer Plus.
Yeah.
That's scary. But then again, all of us would be painting all these awesome minis for all these other games, and then we'll see where the chips fall.
Yeah. You talked about the human mind tends to go there. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite writers, William Gibson, he wrote Neuromancer. That's his claim to fame. He talked about once that he believes that, like, the worst case scenario, like always going to the worst case, that's the same part of the brain where our sexual fantasies come from too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we can really have elaborate, like, oh, they're going to shut us down. Oh, they're going to, like, these are almost paranoid, fear-based fantasies.
Yeah.
Right? That we don't really know where they have any basis in reality.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same part of the brain where we generate a lot of our sexual fantasies, too.
Okay.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah,
We got an idea for a new YouTube channel is what I'm hearing. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I think with all GW legal shit, it's just kind of wait and see.
yeah. It's remember, it's a multi-billion-dollar organization. You get to that size, you have to CYA on so much stuff because they have to have all their ducks in a row for their worst-case scenario because they've got a lot more to lose.
Yeah.
In theory.
Sure. That makes sense. All right.
That's a good comment. You know, I wasn't aware of this, and I'm glad we talked about it because now I can briefly mention it maybe on my podcast later this week.
There you go. You can say you've learned all that you know.
From Ninjan himself.
Yeah. Lord help you for that.
Welcome to the end of the podcast. You've made it here. Thank you for listening to all three of us chat for a long time. Blake, I know you said it 3,000 times, but if people want to find you on the internet, where can they find you?
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
A little surreal, a little weird to like be in a space you've seen on the internet before. But like, I mean, we're all content creators on some level, so it's not. You've been on our shows.
It's true.
If I was really prepared, I'd have the numbers of the episodes that they were on. Just dig through the feed.
You'll find it.
Life After the Cover Save is the main hobby tabletop show. Give it a listen. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes it's just me and Ed arguing for an hour. And you know what? Like I said, we like to get people on and have long form conversations about, could be a gamer, could be a tournament player, could be a painter, could be someone that develops a game, or could just be one of our friends.
Sure.
And then, we got 20-Sided Realms podcast, the TSRP, 20-Sided Realms. That's a D&D show we do. It's a lot of fun. We stick to the story. We have fun developing the story, and the new storyline we're doing with Rack Rex Art and Goobertown Hobbies. It's a lot of fucking fun. And I like the improv that we do, and like just going with it. If someone has a suggestion like, oh, this would be funnier. The Dungeon Master said this, but what if it was this instead? And then Travis is like, oh, I like that idea. Let's roll with that too. So it feels like we're putting this world together. But yeah, man, Life with the Cover Save, 20-Sided Realms. We hope you join us.
Awesome.
My hair has looked like shit this whole time.
You got kind of like a wild grizzly man vibe going on right now. It's good.
I had a hat I was going to wear.
Uh-oh.
But it's kind of a flappy hat, and I
Okay.
figure they got to see my moneymaker.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, hats and up lights don't really work very well because it kind of blocks a lot of your face.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks for being with us. It was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun.
If you like our podcast, you want to support it, there are a number of ways you can do it. You can become a patron. You get access to an extended episode, which has even more chatting with Blake. We kind of went off the rails quite a bit, talking about Infinity.
That's how we do it at Live Hair with the Cover Save.
Yeah. So you can check that out. You get access to that episode. You can also submit your models for us to give feedback to, and also you can give us topic suggestions to discuss on the podcast while being a patron. Free way to support the podcast. You can watch our episode on YouTube without ads. We make an ad we play an ad every 30 minutes. Or you can give us a review on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts. But anything else, boys, before the end?
Nothing. I got nothing. Thanks for being here, goody peepees.
All right.
Season 3.
You say flippity flop. Okay, ready? We will catch you on the
Flippity flop.